Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Sorry I was not able to join you guys yesterday. I meant to jump back on to do a live chat. Please forgive me. I've been very busy, very tired. So I'm going to try to continue on this evening. This will be an open chat. Feel free to chime in to give your opinion pertaining to the case. To be frank with you, I really don't want to continue to recap the case, only because the person who was deemed the suspect in the murder of Gabby Petito is no longer living. So recapping to me, it's like, what am I trying to gain from understanding what happened to her? Because in the end, you will never get the truth pertaining to what happened to Gabby Petito. Probably won't get the truth pertaining to what happened to the two women, if indeed they're involved or in some type of correlation, relation, connection to Brian Laundrie. So it's like you're going over the same thing over and over again. But this is the latest information that's in the queue pertaining to Gabby Petito. Mr. Enton is going back and forth, trying to get information pertaining to what happened with her, what happened with Mr. Brian, what happened with the other two ladies. Is there a connection? I'm going to bring you that set information, play you some audio. Feel free to go in the queue to get the set information from YouTube if need be. I'm going to go ahead and play that. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Hello, Denise and Lynette. I've got 27 viewing. Thank you all so much. Mods on deck. Please be respectful to the queen, the mods in the chat. Refrain from using any profanity on this live stream and in the chat. And please do not be inebriated if you decide to come up on the live stream. Hello, Outlaw. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and play the audio. This is from News Nation Now. If you need verification for the set information that I'm bringing to you, thank you so much. There's so much to play, but let's see if we can get a little bit started here. Sorry about that. So many commercials.
1,000 feet that way on the other side of all of those. And in Moab, Utah. Moab, Utah, surrounded
Thank
by
you, baby.
red rock,
Thank you, Lisa.
skies, and crisp, clean air. It is gorgeous and peaceful. But Moab is the place we first saw that Brian and Gabby's relationship was not what was portrayed in their social media videos.
What's your guys' names? I'm Brian. Gabby, Brian? Okay. What's going on the inside?
I was tired. We just didn't fight this morning.
This is the Moonflower Co-op. You remember outside this store is where the altercation happened between Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito. A 911 caller called in a domestic dispute, but we still don't know exactly who that person is because police are still keeping that name redacted in all the police reports. We went to the Moab Police Department, where Assistant Chief Braden Palmer agreed to talk with us. The first thing he wanted to do is send his condolences to the Petito family.
I really want this family to understand where our hearts are right now. It's been emotionally trying on us, right? We don't deal with this every day.
Moab is a small town, and this is a small police department. It's been under the microscope of the world since the body cam video of the August 12th incident was released.
When you're singled out, you're the officer surrounding the national attention. I think it's safe to say those officers are struggling right now.
Did the officers miss domestic violence warning signs that could have saved Gabby? An outside agency is now investigating and is expected to release their findings soon. Assistant Chief Palmer says at least one of the officers involved wanted to talk to me, but because of the open investigation, he's not allowed.
I'm not going to sit here and say that we're not willing to take this incident and learn from it, because we are. We evaluate what we do every day, constantly. About right here, so our first officer's vehicle would have been.
Assistant Chief Palmer took us to the spot where they stopped Brian Laundrie.
So this is where the traffic stop was?
Yeah, so this is where the traffic stop would have taken place. Kind of where our patrol vehicle is sitting right now is where the initial officer roughly would have been when he made the traffic stop, with the van out in front, and then our second officer, when he arrives, pulls up alongside the curb behind us.
In the end, the officers decided not to make an arrest and instead separate Brian and Gabby for the night. Brian ended up here, just down the street, at the Bowen Motel. The clerk told me the person who checked Brian in no longer works at the motel, and the owner says they don't have surveillance video of Brian arriving. It was a similar story at the co-op and this coffee shop where Brian spent time in Moab. Workers did not want to talk or give surveillance video. Besides the body cam video, police say they have not obtained any video of the couple in Moab. After leaving Moab, Brian and Gabby would head north on Highway 191. That's where we are right now. The scenery is absolutely breathtaking. It's beautiful out here. They eventually made it to Salt Lake City. On August 17th, Brian flew home to Florida, leaving Gabby behind at this hotel near the Salt Lake City airport. The manager told me they were instructed not to say anything, and I got the same line at this restaurant next door. When Brian returned to Utah, he and Gabby continued north in the van, eventually making it to Jackson, Wyoming, and Mary Piglet's restaurant on August 27th. It wasn't. The manager did not want to go on camera, but she had a lot to say. I took notes because I wanted to get it all right. She says everything that's been on the news about what happened here is made up. She says there was no loud voices, no one got angry, no one threw a fit here, but she says that Gabby and Brian did leave the restaurant without paying, and she says that the server followed them outside, that they paid the bill out here on the street, and that Brian was very calm, but then that they came back into the restaurant together, and that Gabby said that she wanted her money back, and the restaurant said that we're not going to give you your money back, and that then Gabby and Brian left. I asked about surveillance video, and she said that they did have video, but they didn't know it was significant at the time, and that it's since been deleted. Mary Piglet's was the last place Gabby was seen alive. Her van later found down this dirt road in the Spread Creek camping area near Grand Teton National Park. It was first spotted by the Bethune family of bloggers on their dash cam. So we're using the Bethune family bloggers video to try and find the exact spot where the van was. In their video, it looks like it's right here up on the other side of this tree. So this is where Gabby's van was parked, right here on the side of this dirt road. And the body was discovered back this way. It's a bit of a trek back to the site.
Listen carefully.
There's several different creeks. Back behind the tree line, with only the sound of the rushing water, we found the place. So this is the spot where Gabby's body was discovered, right here in between these trees. You can see there's this stone cross. This is the cross that Gabby's stepdad created here when he visited the site where her body was found. Gabby's van was parked about 1,000 feet that way on the other side of all of those creeks. We saw orange spray paint left behind by investigators and messages left for Gabby. Such a sad ending to a beautiful, bright life. But at least there's some comfort knowing she was surrounded by the nature she loved. And it was certainly surreal being out there. It's such a remote area where Gabby's body was found. There are a number of different stone crosses now that popped up right there along the road where the van is, right on the other side of that embankment. But it's really quite a ways back to the place where the body was, where Gabby's stepdad put that stone cross. Marnie?
It is just chilling, Brian. It is heartbreaking to go back to that very place. I know her family went back there as well. Along this journey that you took, retracing their steps, did anything stand out to you as you made all of those stops in terms of the trip they made, something that you learned that we didn't already know?
Well, a couple of things stood out to me, especially in Moab. How many people just did not want to talk about the situation or about Gabby Petito? They were obviously alarmed by what happened in their town. It's a very small town. They don't normally see incidents like this. I think there was also concern there about the image of the town now. You know, Moab is sort of on the map now for a different reason related to this entire situation. So I was surprised how many people, stores that we would go in, places where we would try to find surveillance video where people were just flat out basically like, we're not talking about it, you know, can you please leave? That was the first thing. The second thing that surprised me was when we went to the spot where Gabby's body was found. When I heard 1,000 feet from the van, I sort of thought it was just going to be in a field right there, but it was really quite a ways from the van, and you saw you had to walk through several creeks, which I didn't realize just how involved it was, which obviously made me think back to what happened and when she was taken there, and that it was quite a journey from where that van was parked.
And the tragic end. Brian, thank you. We'll see you shortly. Thanks for watching.
All right, that's News Nation now. I'm going to recap what was said briefly, and then I'll give my commentary, then I'll drop the link because I'm going to play another audio pertaining to the two ladies that were found dead. Okay, this is some strange stuff because I thought this puppy was going to be put to bed when his dental whatever was found out in the reserve. Now we're talking about this man going out here talking to people. What I find strange. Everything about this is strange. Okay. Nobody wants to talk. No video footage of the incident at Mary Piglet. Then we have someone saying that it's been souped up and not the truth of what's been put out on social media. So then that means that you're saying the lady who has brought this information to the forefront through TikTok, if I'm not mistaken, you're basically saying that she's a liar. That's what you're saying. The lady or whomever speaking to this reporter. You're basically saying the TikToker has made up what happened at Mary Piglet. This is where it gets very dangerous now. Because she's dead. And we believe Brian Laundrie killed her. Some of us anyway. So now that you're saying there was no heated argument, altercation, no raising up a voice, then why is that TikToker saying all that happened? She didn't know exactly what happened, but thought it may have been something pertaining to the meal. Now it's been said that they walked out of the restaurant without paying, paid at the street. It's number 2. Went back in. She wanted her money back, Miss Petito. So then we have to ask ourselves, when you got up and left, that means you left without paying, which is theft. I know some of you may not want to hear that, but it's theft to walk out of a restaurant. Once you step outside of any business without paying for whatever it is, it's theft. So 2 of them stole their food. We're going to keep it 100 here, okay? So 2 people stole food. They stopped them. Now imagine had they called the police. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. This is whack. And I'm not saying what happened out there. So don't get jiggy. Because I wasn't there and I don't know what happened. But we now have someone saying that what was told is not the truth about what happened at Mary Piglet. So what is the truth? I'm going to say it again. Both walked outside of the restaurant without paying for the food, which is theft. Paid at the street. She goes back in. Both go back in. She wants her money back. They said they're not going to give her money back. What are we talking about here? So the TikToker lied about the raised voice with the people. So now we know they didn't want to pay for the damn food and didn't pay it first. But you know, by law, they can call the police. You walk out of the restaurant or store without paying for your goods. That's anywhere in America, okay? Probably anywhere in the world. What was wrong with the food? Did they have money? Let's go there. Did they have money for the food? Was this them trying to get over and not pay? Did one tell the other one, let's not pay? Or did they both say together, hey, we're not going to pay. I don't like this. I don't like that. What do we say? How much did they eat and not want to pay? See how trickery the slope has become. Because now you've opened up Pandora's box about 2 dead people and saying what was told to the public is not the truth of an altercation, raised voices. So now we have to ask ourselves, you're putting now a dead girl in a bad light for trying to steal food. Okay? That's where this is going. That's where this is gone. You're putting her in a bad light after death. She stole food, her and her boyfriend. So that's why I'm saying, who orchestrated the getting up from the table? Hey, let's go. What was it over? How much had they eaten? Was the food bad? I don't know. I'm just bringing you the commentary pertaining to this article from News Nation Now. And this is what I dread about going into the belly of the beast after the fact of one person being found deceased in the reserve. Now we have to talk about two dead people and who said, did what, who's the orchestrator, ringleader. And this is where it can get way out of control, worse than what it's already, the road that it's already been on. Nobody wanting to talk. Why? They're both dead. No video surveillance of him entering the hotel. That is strange to me. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You don't have security cameras. So if something jumps off, which something did, not at the hotel per se, but something jumped off nonetheless. How is it that you don't have security cameras in a damn hotel? You have strangers entering into a business. And we know a lot of hanky-panky things go on in a hotel. You don't have surveillance cameras. Okay? Why do you not have cameras? You should have cameras where the people check in, behind the front desk, the lobby, hallways, elevators, side doors, side entrances. Common sense. Video deleted from Mary Piglet where this incident allegedly took place. Of the now being disputed that that's not what happened. There was no altercation. The two just didn't want to pay. The waiter followed them. They came back in, settled up. Petito was disgruntled about paying. So what's the truth? So then it makes us question what the hell the police cam video was all about. When those two people called and said he was beating her, hitting her. So now people are going to start questioning that. The naysayers, those who will ride or die for Mr. Brian Laundrie, they'll say, oh, well, those two probably lied too. It was a conspiracy. Everybody's making stuff up. But you got to remember one thing about the storyline. Nobody knew Gabby Petito or Brian Laundrie. Nobody out there knew either party. So why would strangers make up an altercation on a public street about a guy hitting a girl? And then two, why would a stranger make up an altercation in a restaurant? She, he, they, them didn't know them either. Incident number 2, stay woke. Why don't you all want to talk? It's over with. He's dead. She's dead. Nobody can come after you. Nobody can sue you for anything. Nobody can do nothing because they're dead. It's not going to be a trial. It's not going to be nothing unless the state of Wyoming decides to bring forth charges against the Laundries for aiding and abetting their son after the fact, knowing he committed a crime of theft and murder. So what are you afraid to say? They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. What's the problem? No video of him going into the hotel. No video of the altercation allegedly of the restaurant. You deleted it because you didn't think it was important at that time. Well, a little late now. Don't you wish you kept the video now? Perhaps. 1,000 feet from the van to where Gabby Petito lay. What happened? What happened from Mary Piglet? Did they argue? Did they fight inside the van? Or were they okay? They went on their way. Something happened when they got to the location of where the van was parked. Was she getting out of the van running for her life? Shoes are found outside through video cam footage that's been uploaded to social media. If you actually believe those are her shoes outside the van, that those shoes belong to Gabby Petito. Was she running for her life? Was she drugged? Mr. Inton lets you know that 1,000 feet from the van, from the road to where she lay dead, is about 1,000 feet to creeks, this and that. So that lets us know he didn't carry her there. Come on with it, Queen. He did not carry her 1,000 feet because I can lay you right where I choked you, strangled you. Too much work dragging dead weight 1,000 feet. So as I said, what happened from the restaurant? Altercation, arguing, hitting what? What's the truth? Excuse me. Everything was fine, everything wasn't. "1,000 feet from the road to where she lays. Keep that in mind. So now you have to question what happened at the van, in the van, outside of the van. He drug her. She was running for her life. He followed her. He ran after her. And that's where he grabbed her, got a hold of her, tackled her, strangled her to death, and let her lie out there. And then made his way back to the van where her shoes stayed near the van. And he left them there, or did he pick them up? Pick them up to discard them? Where are her shoes now? Come on, Queen. Very good observation for the person who uploaded the content to social media. The flip-flops outside of the van, because it tells you something. Something possibly happened on that day between Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. But what happened? You see, this is where I don't like treading, because you're never going to know. Because one died being strangled. The other one, 9 times out of 10, killed himself. So who's going to tell me what happened in Grand Teton? Who's going to tell me what happened at Mary Picklet? Who's going to tell me what happened to the 2 women out there? Utah, what happened to them? What happened to them? Is there a connection with the 2 dead women in relation to Brian Laundrie? Did Brian Laundrie kill these women? I will also bring you content to say one of them worked at the co-op. Conversation had come about them fearing for their safety of a male. Who is that male? Is this male still living, or are we talking about Brian Laundrie? Who are we speaking of? What happened out there with the 2 women? So we've got one dead girl here who's in the company of a boyfriend who left her there to die or already dead, stole her debit cards, went on his way back home. Then we have 2 other women, strangely 6 degrees of separation. Stay woke. What are they doing? Dead, murdered viciously. How? Why? Why was Gabby Petito murdered? Why were these 2 women murdered? Are these 3 murders connected by the same suspect, Mr. Brian Laundrie? What's going to be gained from talking to these people? Well, nothing, looks like. Nobody wants to talk. No video surveillance. Police has now told Mr. Enter that there's no video surveillance from anybody in the region pertaining to sightings of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. So you want me to believe these people have come way, way, way far away, and nobody has them on surveillance cameras doing anything. You don't have them going in a restaurant. You don't have them going in hotels. You don't have them coming out of a hotel. You don't have them coming out of a store. Nothing. What the hell are you all doing out there? So you want me to believe, because this is what you're telling me, that I can go out there right now and commit a crime and get away with it? You don't have surveillance cameras. And that's what you're telling the world, is that you can come out here to the grand openness and kill somebody, argue with somebody, and there will be no one to tell the truth of what happened between you and this person here or that person there. You will be on your own. That's what you're telling the world. That's what you told the world during this interview, commentary by Mr. N to News Nation Now. That nobody kept video footage. They didn't think it was important at the time. No video surveillance of Mr. Laundrie entering a hotel, exiting a hotel. So I'm assuming it's the same for Miss Petito. I don't know. It's very strange. What's the truth of what happened out there in Grand Teton? Why did he kill her? I don't really like asking why, because he's dead. And I've learned that you don't question why someone murdered someone. Because in the end, the answer is never going to be satisfying. And there'll be no justice. So why ask why? What do I always tell you all? Ask why not. Because you see, that's what the suspect said. Why not? Why not kill her? Why not kill him? I did it because I could. I don't need a reason. You need a reason. I don't. And I left her out there. for the elements in the wild to ravage her body. Good luck if you find any parts of Gabby Petito. That's what he thought. Of course he did. He didn't give a fuck. He left her out there. He took her money and went back to Florida. And then look how he ended up. Shut up, Queen. Tit for tat. You see, the universe can be very cruel. Petito's, Schmidt's mourning their daughter, and now the Laundries mourning their son. Even swap ain't no swindle. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Thank you. Thank you, mods on deck. Where do we go from here with this case? I don't know. Everyone wants to still keep talking about it. Interviews, this and that. But like I said, there's no justice for Gabby Petito because the suspect is no longer living. And I understand this man going out there to, try to retrace her steps, where she went, who she talked to, places she patronized. But in the end, you can't get blood from a turnip. I think most of you know that. Can't get anything because 2 are dead. How do the police officers feel that were involved in the stop? Do they have any guilt? Do they feel responsible? Some people bicker back and forth to that alleged incident. But as I said, who knew that he was going to kill her? Nobody told them to hook up after they were separated. How long were they separated? What was the reason for him going back, flying home? We still don't really know the truth to that. No one's come forward to even tell us about a storage unit, storage locker, nothing. Why would she stay behind? It's another question. Why would you stay behind? Why would you wait on him to go to Florida to do this, this, and this? Has it been actually verified he flew to Florida? Will there be reprimand between the officers on the officer's part? Because I looked at the chief who was talking, very young looking. Excuse me, eyelashes. Trouble today. Looks very young. Is that a new chief? I don't know. Thank you for those watching. If you want any commentary pertaining to Gabby Petito's, the timeline, right now News Nation is doing a lot of updates pertaining to the story. So the commentary I just played for you is by News Nation now, retracing Gabby Petito's steps. Mr. Inton is talking to News Nation now. I now want to play you information to the 2 ladies because they deserve recognition as well, because they also died out there. And what you have to ask yourself, what are the odds of 2 women dying in the same area as another woman who was strangled to death? Are we talking about the same killer?
Gave them the creeps. The women before they were killed, were there texts sent about a creeper?
Well, they had told their friends at the bar, this is my understanding, it could be different, that there was a creepy dude, a creeper dude, and he was too close.
The night of August 13th, the couple went to Woody's Tavern, then visited with friends who begged them not to go back to the campsite. It's the last time they were seen alive.
I think they thought they were safe. They knew that they needed to move, they weren't comfortable. But even though they made the offhanded comment, if we were murdered, it was him. I don't think they thought that was ever going to happen. I don't think they would have went back up there.
When days went by with no word from them, Kylan's dad, out of state, called Hunter, asking if she could help.
Well, I drove around for almost 5 hours, stopping people, showing them pictures, asking if they'd seen them, telling them, please, if you see this car or these girls, call the police.
But something, some intuition, drove her a little bit further. That's when she spotted the couple's car and nearby made a horrifying discovery.
I I saw a body in the water, and I immediately turned away. I didn't want to know that that was a body there. I wanted to be wrong.
Then she waited for authorities to show up. What has happened since in terms of the investigation?
Nothing.
Their campsite. Over here, somebody had a campfire ring.
That's why Salt Lake City private investigator Jason Jensen decided to come do some investigating of his own.
We've seen tragedy this year, tragedy like we've never seen before in Moab.
And though the Moab Police Department is not involved in this investigation, Assistant Chief Braden Palmer admits it's left residents on edge.
I think it's safe to say that the community is concerned.
2 months later, Cindy Hunter is frustrated that the murders are still unsolved.
Do you think there's a killer in this area? Do you think it's something that just really through and you really shouldn't have been telling you?
I just don't know. I wish I did.
Another mystery highlighted by Gabby Petito's visit here, but still no answers.
We know nothing. They told us that Brian Laundrie's not involved. They told us that we're safe, but they don't tell us why. None of us feel safe.
Okay, so exactly. How can you feel safe when there's a madman, woman, people running around sloughing off people? As I said, are we talking about one killer who's happened to be dead, Brian Laundrie, or are there other killers out there knocking off people, camping and hiking? Will we find out the truth of who killed these two women? Why were they killed? Did they see something between Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie on that fateful day? He felt threatened by these women, knowing something, saying something. Was one of them mouthing off something? Hey, what are you doing? What's going on? And he felt like you were in his business. You see, you'll never know the truth. Because in this place, don't nobody have any damn cameras. It's ridiculous. Prayers for these ladies and friends and family, because they deserve recognition as well. And why did this case pertaining to Petito get so much attention? That's also been mentioned in the News Nation Now commentary, because they're now doing a piece on the missing because of Gabby Petito and all the national attention her case has gotten. But why is her case getting more attention? I'm touching on everything that they have talked about by News Nation Now. If you need verification for anything that I brought you, they are my source of information for this live. Why? Gabby Petito. Why was everybody so fascinated with this case? Why her case and not this person, that person? Indigenous, black, white, Mexican, another white person missing. Why this case? Why did this case get so much attention? And look at the fallout from all the attention. Crazy protesters. Suspect kills himself. What a hell of an ending. What happened at Mary Piglet's? News Nation Now is the source.
27th is an important day in the lives of Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, maybe the most important day. It's quite possibly the day that Gabby died. It's apparently the day she was last seen alive in public, and it was memorable. According to witnesses and restaurant staff, Gabby and Brian had lunch at the Mary Piglet's restaurant in Jackson, Wyoming. It happened in the afternoon, but it was certainly not a happy occasion. So Brian Enton, this is important. You visited the Mary Piglet's restaurant just in the last 2 days. And I want you to, if you can, characterize for me the conversation that you had with the manager of that restaurant.
So this was just last night, Ashley. This was right before they closed. I mean, we were on your show last night. We were driving like all the way from Moab to here and stopped in Salt Lake. So we made it. We were like trying to get here right before they closed. We got there right before they closed. The manager and the staff were all inside sort of together, like kind of talking right before closing. And I went inside and I spoke with the manager, immediately told her who I was. And she immediately said, like, what you've heard about what happened here is not what really happened. She didn't want to go on camera, but take a look. She says everything that's been on the news about what happened here is made up. She says there was no loud voices, no one got angry, no one threw a fit here, but she says that Gabby and Brian did leave the restaurant without paying, and she says that the server followed them outside, that they paid the bill out here on the street, and that Brian was very calm, but then that they came back into the restaurant together, and that Gabby said that she wanted her money back, and the restaurant said that we're not going to give you your money back, and that then Gabby and Brian left. Yeah, so I had Louise, my photographer, shoot that because I wanted to get it out right away because I had just heard her explain all of this. But it was interesting because it was so different than the other witness account. And I told the manager that, and she's like, "Yeah, it's not true. That's not what happened." She goes, "It was all a very somewhat calm situation," in her words.
You know, it's so interesting, and this is where I'm so glad that early in my professional career, I was a waitress and a bartender and a bouncer, 6 years of it. So I know intimately the functioning of a restaurant. And I also know that oftentimes the manager's not there for everything. So I am and I also love covering trials where many witnesses bring their story to the stand and give a fulsome picture of what happened. And one witness's account isn't always the same, and sometimes they're contiguous. So I'm very curious as to whether that Instagrammer, Nina Seeley, saw something that the manager didn't see, because if the manager only thinks that was a walkout on a check, there may very well have been something quite aggressive happening next to Nina's table, as she seems very certain of what she witnessed. So I'm not prepared to sort of discount the Instagrammer. I think that there could be many different versions of what it looked like to them, but certainly the same version that comes from everybody is that Gabby was upset, that's for sure. Okay, just quickly, I want to take you back for a minute to the Salt Lake City Hotel. I know I'm circling back, but I think it's an important moment because there is video of Gabby leaving that hotel, and it's important to know all the places where she was seen on video. But characterize for me why that's important.
It's important because that is where Brian left Gabby when he returned home to Florida to apparently clean out this storage unit. And so that was another one of the stops that we made, hoping to get some information because, that's kind of one of the mysteries. What was Gabby doing during that time? What was happening? And again, it was just sort of immediate shutdown. The manager and the clerk knew why we were there, said that they couldn't talk. There was a restaurant attached that we sort of thought, well, perhaps Gabby ate there because she was at this hotel alone for so long. So we also went to the restaurant, and I think the manager called ahead and kind of warned them that we were coming. And so they also just immediately shut us down. So we didn't really gain any insight into, we know Gabby was there, but we don't know much more than that still.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe.
All right, everybody, that's News Nation now. Miss Banfield, if you need verification, Queen is on her job. She's doing her thing, her and Mr. Enton. Amen. Thank you. That's my source as of late for information pertaining to Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. I want to bring more information pertaining to the ladies because they're not getting the attention such as Petito, and it's not fair because somebody killed these two ladies, and we need to find out who killed them and why. This is horrific. Thank you all for joining me. All right, Denise, behave. Cut that out. Behave now. Behave. Okay, let's see. What else I got for you guys? So much. I can't even keep up. Hold on one second. I want to make sure I play everything pertaining to this phone is not uploading everything. It's strange. Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. Oh, thank you, Trucker. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. I don't know, my content's not loading. For some reason, I don't know. It's acting very peculiar. Hold on. I don't know what's going on. I can't get nothing to pull up. Everything is acting off. It's weird. Hold on. What in God's name is wrong with this? I'm having the hardest time uploading my content for some reason. Nothing will pop up. It's weird. Oh wow, come on. This is what. Hold on, you guys. This is strange. This is. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link because this is. I don't know what's going on. I want to go ahead and ask some questions. I don't know what's going on. It's just the screens are just jumping, and that's why I don't even like doing all this stuff. It's starting to get aggravated. Okay. With the Moab investigations, you all know they're doing an independent investigation. What will they find pertaining to Moab? Will they find them negligent in their behavior pertaining to the incident that was on camera with Ms. Petito and Brian? What will become of that? One of the officers wanted to speak to Mr. Inton, but he can't because it's an open investigation. Naturally, that would not be a very good idea. As I stated, no videos of Mr. Brian going into the the hotel are coming out, which I find strange. The video at Mary Piglet's, it has been deleted because they didn't think it was no big deal of what allegedly happened. Now you've got a manager downplaying what took place. Is she just doing this because she wants this case to go away? They don't want any more attention out there, so they're not talking to anybody pertaining to Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie. Don't come here, don't ask no questions. We're not giving interviews, don't ask. Nothing happened. So what's the truth? So as I said, is that TikTok are making all this up of what she heard, what she saw. Because now the manager is saying it didn't go down like that. So then it goes back to the incident of them at the co-op. So those people lying too, those people making up stuff too. So what do we say? He hit her, he didn't hit her. Because that's two separate incidents. The incident at the co-op at Mary Piglet's, what? He hit her, he didn't hit her. So some strangers called 911. Hey, some guy's hitting a girl. Now, fast forward 15 days later, something went down at the Mary Piglet to where Gabby Petito and him walk out, don't pay. Waiter makes them pay. She still wants her money back. Who's the ringleader in this situation? It's very strange. Just strange stuff going on with this case. That's why I didn't really want to keep talking about this. It's very odd to me. How long has the abuse been going on with the two? Did it just started on the trip or beforehand? When did it start? Very curious to know about that, but we won't know, will we? Because he's dead. The lady's death. Random killer, robbery, what? Phone has been retrieved out there. Data naturally will be retrieved from the phone. Whose phone is it? Which one of the women's phone is it? Where's the other victim's cell phone? Okay. Where is the other victim's cell phone? So they're only talking about finding one phone out there at the campsite where the two women were bludgeoned. Well, where is the other woman's cell phone? Did the killer take her cell phone? It's the same killer, Brian Laundrie. They did make commentary to somebody that they felt unsafe by a creepy guy. Is Brian Laundrie this creepy guy? Once again, why did he fly back to Florida? What's the truth behind that? Why would she stay behind at a hotel as well? Because she strikes me as possibly being a codependent person. So why would she allow him to go stay away for a week? Was it the truth, whatever reason he told her that he went to Florida? Why his parents couldn't have got his things out of the storage locker? They've been aiding him anyway. Why couldn't they help get his things out of the storage instead of flying all the way back to Florida, if that is the real reason? There's a lot of strange stuff in this that don't make sense to me. The Laundrie's role pertaining to the death of Gabby Petito. Will her parents sue for civil damages? And will the state of Wyoming bring forth aiding and abetting charges? The person who checked in Brian Laundrie, if I'm not mistaken, at the hotel is no longer working there. What happened? Did you get fired or you quit? Why'd you quit? Did you get tired of people coming in there asking questions? Did you feel some type of guilt? Did you saw something, seen something? Why are you no longer working there? I find that interesting. It's a very strange behavior. Nobody wants to speak. No videos of the two in and around Utah, Wyoming, whichsoever. The person that worked at the hotel where he went to stay, quit, or no longer works there, whichsoever, fired. I don't know. It's very strange. All this is strange. I'm trying to go by my notes because I have a lot of notes. What really happened out there? Why did he kill Gabby Petito? We believe he killed her. Why is this incident at Mary Piglet being downplayed by the manager? You can't be scared. Both of them are dead. So why are you all not wanting to talk about what happened with Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito? I'm confused. They're dead. They're both dead. What the hell's going on? Nobody wants to talk. Video wasn't relevant. It was erased. The incident on the 27th. Did she die on the 27th? As I said, did he lure her out there 1,000 feet from the van? Mr. N has let it be known that the van where it sat at the road was 1,000 feet from where Gabby Petito lay dead. So did he fight with her on the way from the restaurant? Were they fighting each other in the van? Did she try to get out of the van, run for her life? She ran out of her shoes. That's why we see this picture of her shoes outside of the van. She ran creak, 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 jumping creeks, and then he finally tackled her to her death and he strangled her. Is that how it went down? And when he got back to the van, did he pick up her shoes? Where are her flip-flops? Excuse me. Where are her flip-flops? If we're to believe those pics, that those are her shoes outside of the van that somebody uploaded to social media, where are her shoes? Did he pick up her shoes when he went back and got in the van? Where are her shoes? Or were they just getting along after the incident at the restaurant since somebody's downplaying and saying it was nothing, there was no altercation? So what happened when they got to the campsite where they parked the van on the side of the road? Were they in the van at the time when those people went by and took a picture of the GoPro camera? Were they both in there? Just he in there, her in there? Which is it? He didn't carry 1,000 feet. Thank you, Butterfly. He didn't carry her 1,000 feet. So that's interesting, that being brought up. So I'm wondering if he chased her. She was running for her life and he tackled her. Thank you, sweetheart. He tackled her. Some very wicked stuff. This is why I didn't want to keep talking about this Gabby Petito case. Because now that the woman is downplaying what happened at the restaurant, we now have to question what the people called in with the video footage from the police. What's the truth about that? See? And people want to start talking about that now. Because it's not going to matter to her family because that's their child and she's dead. And they believe this man killed her. So they're not going to really care. But you understand what I'm saying? You will have naysayers. You do have people who are riding for Brian Laundrie. You have people who feel like she was the aggressor. That he was the mild-mannered one. Maybe he just popped off. Is it a crime of passion? Was it a crime of passion? Or he was sick of this chick? He was tired of her. She's been complaining the whole time. He wanted to shut her up. What's the truth? Why Brian Laundrie killed her? Remorse, no remorse. Stole her money off the car, which shows me he didn't care for her. Coming back smiling in videos with the family, he never cared for Gabby Petito. I think we know that. But you entitled to your opinion. Then I also wonder, did he lure her out there deliberately? Come on, baby, I want to talk to you. Let's take a walk. He knew he was tired of dealing with Gabby Petito, so he lured her out thousand feet away from the van. And then he just strangled her to death and left her out there for the wild to ravage her body. Have mercy. They said it's not as desolate as people think, Mr. Hinton says. People are riding by on the road, which we see that because that information was uploaded to TikTok. Someone took a picture of the van by him, innocently. So, as we said, I don't think he carried her. Oh, I'm saying that. He didn't carry her. So did anybody see anything? What was the time of day that this incident took place with Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie? Was it right after the incident at the restaurant on the 27th of August? Was it in the morning, early wee hours, night? What are we saying? What time of day did he kill her? Brian Laundrie's activities after her death proves to me he never cared for her and he just wanted out of the situation. And the way his parents behaved shows to me also that they aided their son and they knew that he killed her and they did whatever they had to do to cover for their son. That's what they did. Now the lawyer is speaking about grieving and this and that, which was a crazy word to use when you know you are allegedly defending this man, dead or alive, and his family. So you're basically telling he killed her. How can you grieve something if it wasn't lost in the first place? Come on, Queen. Last I checked, that's what grieving is. It has to be gone. You can grieve a person that's alive. Your husband leaves you, your wife leaves you, and you're grieving the person because they've left you. You want them back. But they're alive. They're not dead. Are y'all listening? I'm woke. I've been woke. I just want to know, are you listening? The lawyer, you just told on him. You just told he killed her. You're not a very smart man. But see, you're not a criminal lawyer either. So that shows us why you don't have any business talking as a mouthpiece for the Laundries, because you just told on your damn self. He was upset. He left the house. He went to the reserve. And what's your point? See, some of y'all don't listen. I pay attention. I've been told you Mr. Bertolino should have kept his mouth closed. He's unprofessional. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He just told us that Brian Laundrie killed her. Because how can you grieve something that's not lost or gone? Help me understand. As I said, what is the motive? What was the motive? Passion, crime of passion, or deliberate murder? And no videos. Of these two while they were on this trip back there. Very strange. News Nation has done a video pertaining to the missing because of this case of Gabby Petito. Please tune into News Nation now. That is my source for the said information. And as I said, why did this young lady's case get more attention than other cases of Americans that went missing in America and then later found deceased? The women who were found dead, they were found dead one day after this altercation with Brian Laundrie and Miss Petito at the co-op. The victim was a cashier at the co-op. Stay woke. Did one of the ladies say something to Miss Petito and or Brian Laundrie? And if one of them said something, Mr. Laundrie didn't like it. He didn't like you in his damn business. Did he say something back to her? What you worried about me and my woman for? Stay out my business with her. I got this. Did one of them say something? And that's why the women ended up dead later. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to send a donation to the channel, to the dream, $, Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you for joining me. I will drop the link now. Feel free to hit the link to give your opinion pertaining to the information that I just brought you. What will the independent investigation say coming out of Moab? Will the truth ever be revealed pertaining to the 2 women who were found bludgeoned to death? Are their deaths connected to Gabby Petito's death? Did Brian Laundrie kill all 3 women? What about our missing hiker, our Irishman? Who, what, where, when, how about him? Where is he? Hello, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you, baby. Hello, everybody in the chat. Welcome. Okay, well, we will see. If I go missing, will I get all this attention? I'm just curious. Just asking. Thank you all for joining me. Okay, hold on a minute. Get your britches all tied up. Y'all calm down there. Hope you all are well. Everybody have a safe weekend. Stay warm. Because it is cold. At least where I am, it's a bit chilly. All right, I'm going to drop the link. Please turn off all your devices when you hit the link as to not have an echo. Thank you so much. Denise, what you humming for? You've been messing there since you got in this chat, Miss Lady. What you on? Trick or treat? Yeah, okay. Yes, and happy Halloween. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Happy Halloween, everybody. Y'all behave. Check all the candies for the kids and the fruit. I know some of you grown people, y'all going trick or treat too, so y'all get y'all some free candy. Y'all ain't sleep. I sure slipped my mind. That's pitiful. See, I'm getting old. Queen getting old. Forgive her. Wait a minute. Let me check this again. Hold on a minute, guys. UT, okay. Denise, what's wrong with you? You sick? Well, I'm glad you're not near me. Patty, just hit the link, honey. Do it on your phone. Don't do it on the computer. It's easier when you do it on your telephone. Thank you all for joining me. Who's going to be my first victim? Come on down. The price is right. Or better yet, come on up. Join the queen. Thank you so much for joining me. No, Sean, I don't watch that stuff. I told you I have too many things I'm trying to do, baby. I can't be on social media all day. I don't know who's on Instagram. I don't know who's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and I don't know who on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you. God bless. I love you. Stay safe. Now, how you like them apples? Y'all like messing with me so tough. I'm going to turn my camera off for just a minute. I got to check something. Hold on just a second. I'll see you all when you hit the link. Honey, that's all you need is YouTube. That's enough mess on that already. Happy Halloween, pilgrims. That's my little Dollar Tree witch. She be getting jiggy, honey. Woo, thank you for the donation, baby. God is good. Amen. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna turn her off because she getting sillified now. Okay, little girl. Enough of you now. Hit the link, you guys. Come on. If not, I'm checking out of here. Life is short. I got things to do. I'm in 1 hour. Come on. Who? Miss Roberta is too turned this early. Say what? Oh Lord, y'all showing out now. Thank you, honey. I tried a new look. Thank you so much. Hit the link, you guys. Well, Patty, just come on up, honey. Just try to come up before my 51st birthday. That's all. Oh, it's always something with this case. I'm kind of tired of this, really, because now her parents are going to be living when they hear this information about this incident at Mary Piglet. They're going to be like, y'all just keep digging up dirt. Trucker, you want something? You got something you want to say since nobody wants to hit the link? You are a trip. 125 viewing and nobody wants to hit the link to tell me their opinion of the latest information. I don't know what to say about y'all. Guess y'all sleep out there. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Eggplant. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment, Miss Linda. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So did Brian Laundrie kill those two ladies? You have to admit, it's very strange. All these people popping up dead. No way in hell all these people just popping up dead. I mean, this is just crazy. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Oh, Lisa, you in Tennessee? What were you doing in Tennessee? What you doing down here? I see something in the queue where they're saying Steve Bertolino revealed that authorities were considering charging Brian's parents. I have seen some of you talking about they took a deal. I don't know where you all are hearing that because that would be private information. Nobody would know that's nobody would know anything about a deal or anything else. What about the gun they going into the DeSoto River? What gun? Girl, okay, y'all tripping.
What's up, girl?
Trucker, where you at?
Right now heading, I'm in Kansas City, Kansas and heading to Texas.
You in Texas? What you doing in Texas?
No, I'm in Kansas right now, heading to Texas.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, you in Kansas headed to Texas?
Yep.
I heard that right.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think about the information I brought to you so far? They found a gun. I haven't seen they found a gun. Lord have mercy. Let me go on my telephone. A trucker started talking. Let me see what they talking about a gun.
I haven't really heard anything about a gun yet.
Y'all just be making up stuff, man.
Unless I missed something.
They found a damn flip-flops while they found a damn gun. Well, flip-flops said since they found a gun. Y'all kill me with this. What? Reported that a fisherman fishing got stuck in his hook. Okay. Oh, Lord.
Lord have mercy.
Woo. Satan's a liar. Go ahead, trucker.
No, but I haven't heard or found anything about a gun being up in that area.
Somebody says the gun was found in the campground where the Laundries went camping. Let me see.
That's what they said. I mean, down in Florida, where campground, yeah, out there in the reserves, but we don't really have no confirmation if it was a gun or
not. Okay. I'm just looking. So you saying you haven't heard anything about a gun?
Yeah, it was in that one video that when they went in found that bag, and they're saying that there was a gun in it. But right now, confirmation, we don't have to know if there was actually a gun in it or not.
Okay. Well, people in here talking about they have a picture, the gun was weighed down, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me read you something that's Evil Exists posted on his channel pertaining to this storyline. This is from Mr. Bertolino, the walkie-talkie. Everyone makes mistakes, but Brian and Roberta are not built the same. Moreover, it was NPPD that put the ticket on the Mustang at the park, and if they saw Brian leave on Monday in the Mustang, which is news to me, then they should have been watching the Mustang at the park starting on Monday, and they would have known it was Chris and Roberta that retrieved the Mustang from the park. I don't understand any of that business about the cameras and stuff, because now information has come out that the FBI or whomever put up cameras on the 11th. Well, if he didn't go missing until the 13th, which was Monday, on a Monday.
Between the 12th and the 13th.
Listen to what I just said, child. I said Monday on the 13th. They're now saying that's when he left. They're the same. Chuck, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you be thinking too hard.
I'm always thinking.
Damn. Could that be the gun they used in the ladies? Julie, I don't know. We got to find out first how they were killed.
Well, first off, we got to try to find any spent shells up there in Wyoming.
I haven't heard anything about that. Only thing I've heard is that they found the telephone, but we don't know whose phone it is. So we got to figure out which one of the ladies' telephone. So then that leads you to know, damn well both of them had telephones. So where's the other woman's telephone? Lord have mercy, this is crazy. I can't stand it. Hello, Adora. How you doing? From Louisiana. Oh, got the NOLA in the house. Thank you. Amen. Okay. Cameo says that the ladies were shot. Lord have mercy. This is crazy. Hold on one second. They were shot. What time is it? Let me see what time it is in this camp.
6:56.
Oh, it's early. Hold on one second, you guys.
Right now, I can't see Chad, so.
Trucker, hold down the fort for a minute, okay?
I'll try, but I can't see the check.
Well, you can talk. You know how to talk. You got to give your opinion and tell the folks what you think.
Hang on, I'll do this. Let's see if I got. There we go. They get to look at the sunset. I'm riding along down on the highway. Oh yeah, what a fiasco is out here on YouTube. But if I had my tablet up and running, I'd be able to watch the chat. But I apologize, guys, because when you drive, you can't text or type. Trick or treat, my little pretty. I had to. Sorry.
I was taking care of some business. If that's all right with y'all.
What's that?
Oh, look at that view.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's pretty. You out west? Yes, you out west. I want to go out west. Oh.
Yeah, I'm here in Kansas, going to Texas.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you all so much for joining me.
No, I figured I'd put this view up and
yeah, that's a nice view. That's a real nice view. Okay, you ain't got nothing to say.
Not right offhand. I haven't been keeping up on it. I've been staying more focused with Summerwell's case.
Okay, somebody told me, grab my cowgirl boots. Okay, I might. A private investigator working in the lady's case said that it was worth taking a second look at Brian. Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I was trying to see if they had something else in here about the ladies. Hold on. I don't see anything. Hit the link, you guys, if you want to join the conversation. Terry, listen to him. I love Trucker's voice. Terry's so swift. Kim says, do I think he left a note? I don't know. I mean, if that's a notebook he took out there with paper, actual paper, Why would you take that out there to kill yourself? You know what I'm saying? Possibly. What do you think, Trucker?
Depends on what he wrote. I mean, we won't know until they show it. But after this, I don't think they will show it.
Okay. Now there's a video in here they got by. It says where the Petito case stands. News Nation answers your questions. I just played you that about the ladies. What happened to the newlyweds killed in Utah? And I brought you information about retracing Gabby Petito's steps. I didn't play you that, but I put it on my community post. I'm trying to bring you more information about that guy and the girls. Thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. Kim, you want my cowgirl boots? Julie says, it is too coincidental that a gun was pulled out of the water, that the laundries were just that. Plus, the ladies are shot in their murder. Okay. How did he throw the gun away? Well, honey, he was in the swamp. It's all swamp out there.
Yeah, he took it with him, or it was somebody had it out there with them. But we're not sure. No confirmation on how it got there.
Right. Okay, let me bring you some more information pertaining to the other hiker missing.
It is hard to imagine what it feels like to have someone that you love just disappear. It is even more difficult when that person is on an entirely different continent. 27-year-old Cian McLaughlin has been missing since this summer. He is from Ireland, described as friendly and easygoing. But one day in June, he didn't show up for work. And then investigators found Cian's car, but no clue as to where he could be. Now his mother is continuing the search on her own. Here is Felicia Bolton tonight with his story.
A mother's last hope is now in her own hands. Grania McLaughlin is searching for her son, Cian McLaughlin. The 26-year-old Irishman went missing June 8th, 2021. His last known activity, hiking in the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming.
Hey, Joelle.
My hope is to, it's not a rescue, it's a recovery, but I'd like to bring him home. You know, I know he's up there somewhere.
Now his family is combing through the mountains in hopes of finding some sign of him.
His car was obviously seen here on June 8th, and the Rangers, despite the Rangers' massive search, I think they've done over 5,000 hours, and we still have had no luck in finding anything.
His mother believes he planned on a one-day hiking trip, then somehow got off course.
Very outgoing guy, loved the outdoors.
They are asking anyone in that area to review any videos or photos from that time. They've even started a GoFundMe to sponsor the family's stay in the United States. And they've started the hashtag Find Cian and also hashtag Bring Cian Home, urging people to submit clues.
He's 6 foot tall, he's tattoos, he was wearing a white t-shirt, shorts, and a bottle of water. So it was a day hike for sure. He was well versed in the mountains. He grew up hiking with me.
Although the official search operation has scaled back, park rangers say their investigation is far from over.
The search for Cian won't end from our perspective until we find him. So tactics shift over time, and we're coming on towards winter. We expect that snow will fall on the ground, which will make some of the clues we're looking for a little more difficult to find. There are items that we believe that he had with him, and those are things that we might see out in the landscape.
News Nation, Wyoming, Felicia Bolton.
Okay, thank you so much. This is information pertaining to the Irish hiker that's been missing since June. So he has family as well that are concerned about his well-being. What happened to him? What happened to him? These people, Petito and Brian, were out west. So what's really going on out here at this Teton Park? This is just crazy. Yes, this is the most messed up case I've ever listened to. These cops are a joke. Okay. Well, don't indulge in the foolishness in the chat. If they don't answer, because it sounds like some mess to me. I'm not with none of that. I came to bring you the information pertaining to this case. That's as far as I'm going with that. Thank you all for joining me. Trucker, you got anything you would like to say? Because nobody's hitting the link. So,
Not much. I got to go back and refresh and catch up on the latest news and all that.
okay.
But other than that, I'll get back with you what I find.
Okay. Well, I brought you all a source. News Nation Now is the source for all the information that I brought you pertaining to this case. They have done a video pertaining to the missing. You can go into the YouTube queue to get the said information. This Mr. N is covering the steps of Gabby Petito, her last movements while she was out west. And in the end, we'll probably never know what's the truth pertaining to what happened between Petito and Laundrie, because both are deceased. So what truth are you going to have? I've given my commentary pertaining to the said information that was relayed by News Nation Now, and you're not going to know the truth because, as I said, both of them are dead, and the dead tells no tales, or do they? It depends on what's left behind. But with the women, the two dead women out west, a phone has been retrieved. So what I'm asking is, where's the other phone? And the phone that was retrieved, which phone is that to one of the victims? Which victim's phone is that? What is the data going to tell us? Text messaging, calls, anything done on the phone? Why did someone shoot them savagely as they did? Why did you kill these two ladies? And I need to remember their names because I hate to say the two women. So I don't want to show any disrespect to the ladies. But this is just a crazy. Okay. I know how to put a stop to that. I don't have time for that. What truth are we looking for pertaining to the case? Crime of passion, deliberate, lured her out there to that area past the creeks. He said 1,000 feet from the van. Like I said, he didn't carry her. So did he lure her out there, or she ran for her life? He was chasing her. He tagged her, jumped her, tackled her, choked her to death, strangled, whichsoever. I want to end into it. I don't want to keep talking about it because they're both dead. If Brian Laundrie was still on the run or apprehended to be different, but he's dead now. So you're never going to get the truth. Because even if you have something in that notebook, you're going to still be questioning whatever he wrote. If there's something even in there. Go ahead, Ms. Brewer.
Well, good evening, Miss Angie, in chat, and Drucker.
And man, what's that? How you gonna come in my chat with that bonnet on? What is going on here? What in the world is going on?
I didn't know the thing was that big when I bought it. Ooh, this thing is enough to put me and Ernie's head in it and everybody else's head in it. But anyway, I think I mean, like you said, we can only make up what we thought happened right about now. Right. I don't even think if we were close, we will never know. Mm-hmm. I'm just confused because I know I had put Stepford City or whatever in the chat, but I don't understand how a city that hasn't had any murders for 15 years all of a sudden have all these murders and everybody's hush hush about anything. Yeah. I mean, what are they putting VCR tapes in and they just copy over it? They don't have up to date computer software. I mean, I'm totally confused. Are we talking about like Gomer Pyle type country? I mean, I'm totally confused. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it's like the whole between them and then down there in Florida with the cops, the police mistaking him for her and her for him.
That's so bogus because we got information that the cameras were put up on the 11th. So how did you mistake Roberta coming back from getting the car?
That's what I'm saying.
How they look alike, how they built alike. Then you got to ask yourself, how did Roberta go how did she go pick up the Mustang? Right. Y'all better say, well, somebody had to take her. Somebody had to drop her off to say the car got a ticket. So that means her husband or somebody had to take her to the park to drop her off to pick up the car.
So it says.
And nobody followed her to see where she was going.
Well, I ain't looking for her. I ain't looking for her. I ain't looking for Miss Laundrie. I'm looking for Brian.
Well,
Look.
somebody need their eyes examined. Maybe they was asleep.
But that's what's messed them up. The law enforcement and the FBI, when that information got out that the camera's been up since the 11th, you screwed yourself
They
right
done.
back.
Yeah. Yep. If ain't, maybe they need to have a civil suit. No, I'm only kidding. Well, hell, you never know. But it's just weird that the whole town, I don't know how big this town is, that everybody's hush hush about it. Nobody went
It's
talk.
a small town. You always have hush hush in a small town.
I know.
You always have people that stick together, ride together. Don't want you talking about certain events or something that happened with Bubba and this and that. Pookie, it's all the same. Don't say nothing now. Don't talk about them.
This is really interesting. So there, I know this is super interesting.
And now we got somebody else missing. How long has this guy been missing in Hawaii? Is he the hiker that went the wrong way?
June.
June? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What's
up? His name is Ken McLaughlin.
And he's been why? Oh, I mean,
because
really?
I brought content about him as well.
Did he see something too? I mean, I'm just saying, and maybe the girls saw Gabby and he saw the girls.
Hold on, let me see.
Once Brian did one, he was on a roll. Maybe he was scared when he did Gabby. Maybe that was a crime of passion, or she was just getting on his last nerve. But you figure if somebody saw you, then the first thing you want to do is, I mean, not me. I mean, I'll turn myself in a long time ago and be like, I did it. I'm sorry. But I don't. I'm totally confused about the whole situation. It's more questions now than when the man was alive.
Mm-hmm. Basically. Okay, Lisa, stop.
This is I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna stay in the news for a while though. Forget the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
The ladies will come in every little bit. Not unless they find out whose information is on that phone. But and to tell you the truth, when he went in that preserve or whatever y'all call it, Maha, whatever, and he left his stuff there on the table, what were they thinking? What they think was gonna happen? You don't left your wallet. You didn't left the phone. You just left everything. You going in the swamp to do what? You ain't that good of a. I'm sorry, he ain't that good of a hiker. Because it didn't work.
Trucker, what do you think about that comment?
I'm just totally confused. I thought it was over.
Trucker, how you feel about that comment she just made about him being not a good whatever?
Wait, I did. Who, me?
Trucker, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
I said
I'm just listening.
I said, what do you think about Miss Rumor's comment?
About what, the last comment?
Yeah, about he wasn't a good. I don't think he was a good. He left everything. He left his wallet. He left his phone and everything, and headed on to the preserve or whatever y'all call it, reserve or what they think he was going to do. If I thought my child was going to go and do harm to themselves, then I would have called somebody. I mean, y'all out there anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me, my son just left going to kill himself. No, they just let him go. See you, son.
Yeah, it is suspicious of how he did that and left everything behind and didn't grab much to, for being out there, but
I'm not agnostic like you.
I didn't think he was that type of person to go and off himself off. I mean,
we're not atheists.
Well,
once you
never
realize,
know what people do in desperate
once
times.
you realize you have not prepared yourself to be on the run, that's a big difference.
Right. And he was running desperate. And he probably knew he couldn't last but so long. I wouldn't last. The mosquitoes would have got me. I would have been running. I would not. No. I'm just glad I'm not a hiker.
well, you got to look at alligators and wolves and everything else down there too.
I know. I'm not going. No. No.
I'm going back at my data book trying to pull up stuff about the missing people. That's what I'm looking for.
I just wish. I'm not gonna say I wish it was over. I mean, I think the public wants more I think Gabby's parents probably just want it over with, and I think the public is wanting more information. I think it's the public, not necessarily.
Hi, Pete. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And if I was Gabby's parents, I would be looking for the right information too to put us at ease. Because right now, of the miscreated information out there, there's hardly any facts that leading of how it happened. And
Well, that's usually how it happens. Nobody's ever around when a murder takes place.
Right. Right. That'll just be somebody's speculation. We already know she was strangled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's crazy.
She's gone. And his jaw there. With a tooth that was identified.
Hi, Brittany. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, honey.
But I just hope the law will do the right thing and give them the right information to help put this at ease. Because there is too many questions out here on this case.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just been a lot of slip ups all over. But what do? You sit back and we wonder. Listen to the news and see what's the next thing.
Okay. This is a picture of the guy that's currently missing out of Grand Teton.
Wow.
This is by the New York Post. I'm going to skim over because at the time, this is when it was saying Gabby Petito was one of the 3 people that went missing near Grand Teton National Park this summer. Okay. First, it was Robert Lowry. They just found his body. His phone pinged in Jackson on August 23rd. Police told the Jackson Hole News and Guide. Okay. He went to a restaurant on the 19th of August. He's 46 years of age. And in Teton Village. And he may have taken a ride in a Lyft the following day. And they said Lowry had never been to the area before. His sister, Lee Lowry, told the paper. And had recently gotten a sleeping bag and a tent, but had no camping experience. So that was weird to me, too. Who goes and buy these items to go kill themselves? You're going to go hours away from Texas to go kill yourself.
Right.
That was strange. Okay. So then we have this other guy.
He ain't never been there before?
Mr. McLaughlin. Hold on. In the third case. The second case was hold on. Lowry is the second case, the one that's saying killed himself, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You go out to eat, buy a sleeping bag, but then kill yourself, state's over. First case, Petito, Lowry second. Now, third one, Mr. Laughlin. He's an Irishman. Okay. Kean McLaughlin, or Kean rather, 27, was last seen June 8th hiking in the park by a local resident without a backpack. He was reported missing 4 days later. The park conducted an investigation that involved tips from more than 140 people and more than 45 helicopter searches, some using thermal imaging cameras and other high-tech equipment. No trace of McLaughlin was found. Neither the Department of the Interior, which oversees the National Park Service, nor the Department of Agriculture U.S. Forest Service keeps track of how many people vanish in American wilderness areas each year. But researchers suggest the number could be in the hundreds. And these are pictures of him. The one I showed you. He was last seen June 8, 2021, hiking on the south side of the Braggley Taggart Moraine, headed south towards Taggart Lake. If you have seen Kean or have any information regarding his whereabouts, please contact NPS Investigative Service Branch.
Did you say he didn't have a backpack?
Mm-hmm. Teton spokesperson C.J. Adams told the paper there was no connection between the 3 missing persons or their cases. And at that time, that was Gabby Petito, Mr. Lowry, and this man, Kean McLaughlin. So we have 1 dead, 2 dead with Mr. Lowry saying he killed himself, Gabby murdered, and now Mr. McLaughlin still missing. 27 years old, a foreigner.
Everything that we're doing is challenging every insecurity.
Missing since June 8th.
No, I really like over here, but
Very, very strange.
Yeah, this whole thing is strange.
Well, it's just like what we did think about not too long ago there, Queen, that there may be another one out there. It is a murder hiding out up in the Teton area. I mean, it's looking like it.
So all this time they was keeping it hush hush that these people were missing out there.
Somebody is. They're not keeping a good report on who's going in and who's not coming out.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you got to sign in and sign out every time you go through the guardhouse to go in on one of the Federal Reserves.
Hmm. 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 I don't know. Well, I just wanted to say hello. I think I'm getting ready to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, something's going on up there we don't know about. Then there she dropped. I ain't got lost sound.
Well, that's why people are supposed to be blocking them. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Well, hey, I had two mods up here, so how are they gonna do what they're supposed to be doing? They're up here talking. So I mean, since I see a lot of bored people out.
You want me to drop out and go take care of some things?
No, because I'm getting ready to end it here.
All right. But yeah, there is something suspicious going on up there.
Excuse me, I'm doing some stuff. Like I said, two people are deceased. What is it you're gonna find out? Because now that lady, manager's downplaying whatever happened at the Mary Piglet.
That is true.
Hi, Reese. How you doing? Well, Granny, that's this person's assertion that he was calm. So that's why I'm saying this is just stirring up new mess pertaining to the case. It's bad enough the family's not going to get justice from Brian Laundrie because he's dead. Now we got a woman saying that there was no altercation at the restaurant. Nobody raised their voice. None of that.
Not even Brian?
Say what?
I said not even Brian raised his voice or anything?
That's what the lady said.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know, Shane. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do this evening. The story keeps changing. Well, that's the whole point. What is the story, though? We don't really know what happened. We don't know what happened between Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito. We don't know what kind of relationship they actually had. We can only assume it was bad from one person saying he slapped her on a public street. Then one person, TikToker, whatever, said the voices were raised in the restaurant. Now somebody's coming forward. The manager saying none of that happened. So then that makes the TikToker look bad, like she's a liar, that she's making up stuff. I don't know. So now people are question, now somebody's going to question what the guy said or whoever called, made the 911 call on the 12th hours. But still, she's dead. So it's got to be some truth to him being violent. She died from strangulation. So who strangled her? Who strangled her? And the fact that if a stranger had strangled her, where was the boyfriend? Why wouldn't he report his girlfriend missing and or dead? And then a commentator said something about they can't believe that she would watch him kill those other two women, if indeed he did kill the two women. I can't see her sitting idly by. Well, we really don't know Gabby Petito, now do we? We didn't know him, Laundrie, or her to say who would sit by, who would aid somebody, who would do what.
And who met who?
We don't know them. Maybe the TikTok lady saw more because she was sitting and eating. She's the whole reason we found out that they were there. So I don't think she's lying. Well, crime shame, somebody's saying that obviously she is. That's all I'm saying. I brought the source. Go back at the beginning of the video. You will hear the information from News Nation Now.
Anybody can alter a video on TikTok and make it look like they are doing that. I've already found programs that can do it.
Juicy is saying yes, and now people are saying Gabby was the instigator of all the arguments her and Brian had. See, I was starting to wonder if that's true. If that's true. Not that it's a reason for him to kill her, because people instigate all the time. Some people are instigators. Some people are nitpickers. They complain a lot. They're miserable. They're unhappy. But it doesn't mean a person has the right to kill them. That means you need to leave them alone. You all aren't jiving well. You're not getting along well. Then you find somebody else to be around. Well, whoever it was, manager, co-worker, whomever, it doesn't really matter. Somebody is saying it didn't happen. So that's that. Hello, honey. Hi, Justice. How you doing? It's just strange. All of it's strange. Somebody said, I saw Brian's coverage. I'm just thinking perhaps the people working didn't see the whole thing because they were running around. Busy is all I mean. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like I said, in the end, you're not going to know anything because, one, we do not know these people. Both people are dead. No video surveillance of these people going in and out of nothing, which I find very strange, considering I'm sure they went in all types of places out there. The police just said in the News Nation Now, they don't have nothing with video of them. So there. And that's what Mr. Eaton reported.
That's very strange.
Hi, Justice. How you doing? Thank you. But it's time to put it. It's time to put it down because it's getting old.
And
Yes.
we'll just sit.
Yes, people will add things to a story, just like coming into a chat, adding stuff. Same thing.
And manipulate it to stretch it.
Well, I don't know why anybody would be afraid to tell anything because they're both dead. Nobody can get hurt. Neither one of them are with the mob or got ties to this and that. They're dead. They're dead. So I don't understand why a person can't say anything. Makes no sense. If you saw something, then just say what you saw. Tell the truth. If you didn't see nothing, you didn't see anything. Somebody said something about trucker could Brian and made it back stopping only one time. No.
He'd have to stop about 4 or 5 times to get fuel for that van to make it back all the way to Florida.
Yeah.
Estimated miles from Teton National Park to where they're at in Florida.
Yeah.
It's about 2,375 miles.
Okay.
So he'd at least have to fill up about 5 turns.
I sure am looking at it. You must like it. You keep coming in here. Look at it. Justice says it's like the game telephone. Tell someone. Next person says what the first person said. By the time it gets back around, a lot has been added and subtracted. Humans, yes. Add, live, take away. It happens. Okay, somebody's talking about a girlfriend. Well, I wasn't bringing any content about an ex-girlfriend because I feel like it's irrelevant at this point. I saw something about a girlfriend speaking, but I didn't bring that content yesterday because I just didn't feel like it. It's just crazy. All this is crazy. But that's the sad information pertaining to Gabby Petito, a timeline. Mr. N is trying to find the timeline, retracing her steps allegedly to where she and Mr. Laundrie were when they were out west traveling a few months ago. But in the end, as I said, we do not know them. We do not know what happened, who's the aggressor, non-aggressor, what happened at the co-op and Mary Piglet, who saw what, seen what. But I do find it interesting that Mr. Eden has gone out there to talk to a few people and they will not give any commentary. And I don't know why it would be a problem because both entities are deceased. So what is the problem? I don't know. I have no idea.
It's strange.
Yeah, it is very strange. It's very, very strange. You all are some very sick people out here. Need to get you something to do. Friday night, go out on your date. Go do something. Go feed the homeless. Go do something with yourself.
Go volunteer with the American Legions and all that.
I'm just sitting here looking at it, just one after the other. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Just for what reason? 18, 19. Just nothing to do. Just sitting in front of a computer and a phone, just mad at the world. No type of, as my mom will say, get about yourself.
Yep, I do it every time.
You got to be a lonely person to infiltrate a chat, so you think. You got to be real lonely inside. Very lonely. Granny, don't address them people. That's why they come in to do it for attention. They want you to address them. Don't you get it? That's the purpose. They want the channel holder to address them, and they want the people in the chat to address them so they can get attention. And that deflects you from what you're talking about. They're not talking about anything. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they want attention. That's the whole purpose of them coming in the chat with all that foolishness. Because do I look like I'm flustered?
No.
Honey, Queen, look, Queen is doing well in the high 10. Queen is happy. She's doing well. She's, taking care of grown folks' business. She's in a good space.
Bring up little witchy.
They ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, here. This is for you trolls. Hold on. Happy Halloween. That's what she said. What you say, girl? What you say to them trolls? What you say? Come on, give it to them. Come on, baby. She'll do it. Well, thank you, Juicy. Yes. Go ahead, girl. Tell them Queen ain't worried about nobody. She happy. She got a new lover. She ain't mad about nothing. Who? Look, say it louder for those in the back. She happy. Queen's happy right now. Can't steal the joy, baby.
And we try to keep it positive. Hey, my little pretty.
I'm in a good place, It's a little, yeah, sometimes you have to, sit back, assess things, but I'm in a good space right now for now, and just keep it moving. That's all you can do is pray and just ain't worried about no troll. That's the least of something I'm worried about. An entity that you can't see, can't hear. They don't know where you at. You don't know where they at. It's not nothing worth dwelling on. Ain't worried about none of that stuff. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Do I think she killed her in the van or drug her where she was found? Granny, I don't know. I have no idea, sweetheart. Ain't that right, Witchy Poo? Tell them we ain't worried about y'all. We highly favored. Even God love witches too. Shut up, Queen. Even God love witches too, baby. Witches and warlocks. See, ting. Now, what else they want to tell you, huh? What they know about you? Nothing. I don't know what's going to happen. It's not much you can do. The only thing left to do is Wyoming bring forth charges against the parents, the Laundries, for aiding and abetting him after the fact of the theft and the murder, if they can bring proof, and the Schmitz and Petitos bring forth civil charges against the Laundries.
I can see civil charges can be brought up.
Somebody said Utah is predominantly a Mormon state. It's the only state in the U.S. where there's little to no separation of church and state. Maybe that's why nobody is talking. I just think they just don't want to be involved. You keep coming back because you keep coming back. They're gonna want you to show your face, perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal because you don't. Everybody knows you can give your commentary without having to show your face. But if you give your commentary and then you put a destination with your commentary, then people will start trying to figure out who is that. Especially if you say, "Well, I worked there that night." Then people want to try to chop down who the person is that works at this certain place. Blah blah blah.
And I bet other places will come forth that they start looking at their videos and see if they did see him.
Right.
And in this case, I hope they do, actually.
Right.
Queen's in deep thought.
I'm just trying to understand how you can be so miserable.
I can't either.
How you can be so miserable inside? I mean, just going up and down the page, changing the usernames for what reason? It's a commentary channel. I get my commentary. You worried about what I'm talking about? Then you need to go call News Nation now because they talk about it every day.
They think they're funny when they keep changing their name.
I mean, but just keep on and on. You're not talking about anything. Yeah, they should subscribe. Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Very interesting. Well, oh, Lordy, Lordy. God help these people, Lord God. They need it. They need Jesus. They sure do. If this is all you got to do on a Friday night, coming in the chat, worried about what we're talking about, you're in bad shape. You're in bad shape. You're in bad shape.
Yep.
Crying shame, I cracked myself up. Hey, so how you doing? Yeah, you have to pray for the enemy. That's what the Lord tells you to pray for because they don't need it. Queen ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Not today, not tomorrow.
Not until next year or 10 years later.
Ain't worried about nothing. You ain't stopping nothing. What you stopping? That's what I want to know. See, that's why I say they want you to address them. That's why they keep doing it. What you stopping? The computer work, the Wi-Fi work. I got heat on, running water, hot water. Got a man too. Ooh. A cutie, baby. New hair, some more hair. Ooh. A little bling bling. Now what I'm worried about? Nothing. Stop it, silly puppies. Go get you something to do, baby. Go read your book. Library be open tomorrow morning. Go to the library, get you some knowledge. It's free. You ain't even got to pay for it. Go to the library.
Nope, just register for the library card and you get all access you want.
Yeah, we sure unbothered over here. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm trying to tell you, honey, when I come out this live, I'm going to go in that kitchen and eat me some turkey tacos and might let my hair down a little bit later.
Dang it, girl, that does sound good.
Uh-huh. Queen ain't worried about nothing. And then guess what? Go right back to this computer when she ready and make another video about Gabby Petito and whoever else I want to talk about. That part. Thank you, Elisa. So go cry me a river over there somewhere else. Queen ain't worried about y'all.
Yeah, some of the rivers are hurting.
Some of the what, baby?
I said some of the rivers are hurting. They could go over there and cry up the river.
Look, show can. All that going up and down the page. We not trolls. We not this. But you are a troll. You keep putting up the same thing, repeating yourself over and over. You coming over here making accusations on something you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't even sat and listened to the content, so you couldn't know exactly what we're talking about because you ain't listening. You are not listening, excuse me.
They never did when they was a child.
Right, as a child, right. And you're now a grown person. And if you believe in the scripture, you're supposed to put away childish things, but you can't put away childish things because you're still a child in a grown person's body. Oh, thank you. The Waffle House Lives, thank you, huh? Downstairs. You damn right about downstairs. Because I'm upstairs.
All right, guys, quit bringing up food. I haven't eaten all day.
Let me turn this little witch off. Thank you, baby. My little witchy friend, she's so cute. And she won't stop laughing. This is for them trolls. She ain't worried, and I ain't either.
I ain't either.
Ain't worried about nothing. Life's too short to be worried about an imaginary person in a chat. Come on now, think about that for a minute. An imaginary person in a chat. No face, no voice. Now, why would I be worried about that?
No knowledge to back it?
Nothing. Just somebody, keyboard gangster, typing stuff, trying to tell me what I can talk about on my own damn channel, telling the people in the chat what they can talk about.
Just a little keyboard warrior with nothing to back it.
Go get your own channel. You can talk about what you want to talk about over there. I'm not worried, and nor am I concerned.
And actually, drama should stay on the stage, not out here in live.
Say what, honey?
I said drama should stay on the stage and not out here in live.
Honey, they got to do that. That's because they can feel relevant.
I know, right?
All that just went on. That's somebody that want to be relevant. You talk about clout chasing. You clout chasing as an imaginary person. Going up and down, putting stuff in the chat. Don't nobody know who you are. You ain't talking about nothing. Nobody cares about that stuff y'all talking about. Bertha says, "What's your 10-4, trucker?"
Huh?
Somebody said, "What's your 10-4?"
Coming into Greensburg, Kansas.
Are you gonna rest tonight, or are you gonna just keep driving all night?
About another hour and 45 minutes to 2 hour 15 is when I need to shut down.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna shut it down in 2 hours because I got things to do. I got work to do. I mean, I feel like the biggest piece of SHI, if all I had to do was harass people in a room talking about murdered people. Well, that just lets you know that that's what's wrong with the world. People are miserable. We're talking about a miserable person that kills a young lady Another miserable person killed 2 other ladies, possibly more people. So that's what happens. And then they hide behind a computer or a cell phone, going up and down the chat with crazy nonsense that nobody cares about. The only person that cares about what they're talking about is another miserable person. I ain't worried about none of that because I'm highly favored. I'm a child of God, and I ain't worried about none of that. My life is good right now, and I'm happy where I am. And hey, it is what it is. I'm not enough love. In no way in the world I'm about to get myself upset about something somebody said in this chat or on another channel or anything, or even outside that front door. Queen ain't worried about none of that, honey, because life is short. And so for me to engage in that means there's something wrong with me. I'm not engaging in none of that foolishness because I don't care.
That is right. I'm not going to turn into something like they want to put batteries in my back and be like Chucky.
Yeah, them gangster keyboarders don't feed the Queen. They don't give me no money. They don't pay no bills. Matter of fact, you want to help do something? Help Queen get I'm trying to get a big boy truck. So give me some money on that. You like commenting in that chat box. Queen trying to elevate. Queen trying to move, get on to something new. Queen ain't worried about that stuff they talking about, child. Sorry.
We're just trying to keep it real and positive. That's all we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I let different people speak on things in the chat that I may not agree with, but they still are able to speak. But that other foolishness, all that, running up and down like you running out of a burning ass house, and carry that on somewhere. I'm not interested in none of that foolishness. It is what it is. I'll talk about what I want on my channel. When I decide to stop talking about Gabby Petito and Brown Laundry, I'll do it when I'm ready. I just bring the information. It don't mean I agree with it. It don't mean I care about what they're talking about. I bring it because it's in the queue. It's the latest information. It doesn't mean that it's something I actually want to talk about, but it is what it is. So happy trolling elsewhere. Well, I thank you, Outlaw, for joining me. Thank the mods on deck for trying to tune in best they could. Thank you all so much. I'm going to get out of here so I can get me some dinner in because it's late. But thank you so much. That's the set of information that I brought you guys. News Nation Now is the source. There's a lot of information coming out of News Nation Now. Mr. Inta is out there retracing Miss Gabby Petito's last known whereabouts. If you want verification, just check over to News Nation Now in the queue to get the said information. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. And God bless all of you. Stay safe. Have a safe weekend. Happy Halloween for those who celebrate and those who will be taking little ones out to trick or treat. Remember to check the candies if you can. I know it's very hard to try to open up every piece of candy, but definitely don't take no baked goods or fruits. Probably not a good idea to take any baked items or fruit. And I'm not saying the person can't do anything to the candy, but if you feel totally against it, then just don't trick or treat at all unless you're going to a location where you believe the candy to be safe and the food items to be safe. Watch out for the little ones when you're out this weekend driving because they will be walking the neighborhoods and the malls, shopping. No justice, honey. Queen got stuff to do. Ain't no coming on. That's why I came on this time that I did because I got plans.
Yeah,
but anyway,
watch the drivers out there.
Yes, watch the drivers. Drivers, watch the children, please. Watch the little ones because they're going to be darting in and out, running through the streets, chasing other children. So please be careful. Please be careful. Time to say what? I'd love to go trick or treat. Well, go trick or treat. You can go trick or treat. You have a good weekend too, so.
Shoot, I'm 51. I still go after that free candy.
Let me
I
see.
still trick or treat.
Let me see. Let me check out.
It's still fun.
Justice, I didn't see it. Oh, your super chat went through. Yes, I was looking at my cash app. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so very kindly, sweetheart. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for everything. I will be back on a little I don't know exactly when, because most of the information is just a little bit repetitive pertaining to this Petito and laundry case. But if I get anything that's of relevance, because you all have been saying there's some things in there. Oh, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. It's in all the descriptions of my video. $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. It's in the description of the video if you need verification. Thank you all so much for following the content, and thank you, Outlaw. You up, Mr. Outlaw. Be safe out there. Everyone be safe. When I get more information pertaining to this gun that you all have been mentioning, I will bring you the commentary, but I didn't see anything in the queue tonight pertaining to a gun being retrieved out of the swamp. Pertaining to it being in relation to Brian Laundrie. But I do believe he killed himself, because what other way could I sit here and think what happened to him out there? You understand what I'm saying? So I thank you all so very much for joining me. You all be safe. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will be back at another time. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you all so much. Be safe.
Later.
Yeah. Your mama's a dude. Go tell her that.